the plan? So, one of the needs that we identified in Region 1, Mabaruma area, is the need for housing lots. So the Minister Colin Crowell and the team they were tasked with coming up finding land, because in Mabaruma we have very limited land available to have at least 100 house lots, because we have about 100, how many in the system?
About 150.
154 in the system. So we have found this 17 acres. So I just want people to see, have an understanding of what the 17 acre is, and to show you what we will be doing. Within 6 months we will revisit the site to show you what we will do within 6 months. Part of what the ministry will be doing too is exploring with the community and the prospective allottees whether they want to come into the building system or just the house lots. In the building system, of course, we achieve economies of scale, and through the economies of scale we're able to reduce the cost of construction. So maybe you can say where we are, Colin.
Yes. So for here in Mabaruma, in fact, we have developed so far a Can Hill housing scheme. But land is very much scarce in Mabaruma sub-region, and even for government facilities, sometimes we have to acquire from the private persons that own. So this land here, we have already done the design. Immediately we'll start engaging in addition to what the President said, but from the physical side, we want to start the work this year. And Mabaruma itself is growing, Mr. President. We have invested a lot of facilities here, including the court. For expansion on immigration too, so we have a lot of persons too who are looking for occupancy, and they've outgrown where they are in the region. And similarly, we'll be doing in Region 1, we'll be also moving to Ornock on the other side at Port Kaituma for further development. So here is 17 acres that we'll be developing, and this is very much a prime location, Mr. President.
So this is a survey. Of course, this is right in the center of Mabaruma. You already completed the survey, right? Come, tell us how far you've gone.
Right now we have at the step whereby we would have finished the plan, and we are awaiting the plan from head office, right? And this here is the area that is allocated.
So we have the what you call the preliminary block plan, and from that preliminary block plan, the Ministry of Housing will have already completed the design layout. Now we are hoping to get as much as 85 to 90 house lots from this development, this 17 acres. So I just want, so this is a beautiful example to show you how we start. And in 6 months, we'll be back here so that we can demonstrate to you how development takes place. One of the things that we're going to do in this development though, is that we're going to try to keep all the big trees. You have big mango trees, fruit trees, and other big trees. So in the design layout, we're going to try to keep all the trees. So you will see when they come in this area to clear the area, there will be a special effort on keeping all the big trees, because that's an important part of the whole ecosystem that we want to build here. So this is going to be the housing development
For Mabaruma.
right? Chairman, you want to say anything on the housing?
Yeah, the housing project being done in Region 1, the one that was done at Coquetal scheme, that is progressing very nicely since the advent of the PPC government. Many persons who could not have afforded to start building their homes have started, and as such, we have already the government would have already put in the necessary infrastructure, such as electricity, and currently they're working on the water system. But we already have numerous households already occupying that housing scheme in Can Hill.
How much you spent so far?
About 1.5 billion.
So far in this region, we have spent $1.5 billion on housing and housing infrastructure alone. So this will add to that investment. But as I said, in this sub-region alone, based on the existing demand, we are going to continue to look for additional lands that we can have the complete demand satisfied. So that is a big area for us in this community.